You have to think about it that when a driver does not answer your call or does not listen to your voicemail, it could be that they are not interested, one, but it could be also that it's simply not the right time. What's happening? Loris here, founder of Care Intelligence. Want to talk about the importance of nurturing leads throughout the process and helping them navigate through that funnel until ultimately they turn into a hire for your company. Now, one of the best ways you can do this is through the power of SMS text message nurturing. If you look at today's landscape, people always have their phone on them, right? And oftentimes, drivers are not going to answer that phone call when you call. They're not going to listen to that voice message when you leave it. But what they will do 95% of the time is read that text message that you send. Doesn't mean they're necessarily going to reply to it, but the fact that they read it is an indicator that they are still interested. You have to think about it that when a driver does not answer your call or does not listen to your voicemail, it could be that they are not interested, one, but it could be also that it's simply not the right time. Well, there's no better way to do this with a scalable manner than by using text messaging in your nurturing for long-term driver recruiting. Look, I understand if you start getting new leads in, and it's not that difficult for your recruiters to call maybe those 5-10 new leads that come in a day. What does become tricky though is months down the road from now, trying to follow up with all those drivers in the back of the pipeline that still are qualified that just haven't answered yet, and doing that consistently in a predictable manner to make sure that you are in front of those drivers at the right time. That is tricky. You could obviously hire more labor, bring more recruiters in, costs more money, takes more time, or what you could do is work on using some automations and tying in something that we know works very well, which is a text message. So what you want to do is when you go out and get driver lead data, name, email, cell phone number, years of experience, etc., you want to make sure that they are opting in to receiving both automated and manual SMS text messages. Last thing you want to do is get yourself in hot water. I'm never going to advocate that. So make sure that you are compliant with all the rules and regulations so you're allowed to do that. If you're doing that though, you are now able to reach out to those drivers through text messaging again and again and again, and you can even use software and techniques to do that, things that we do as well. So if you think about it, it's very simple to set up email nurturing, where drivers put their email in, they start receiving automated emails about your company. Unfortunately, drivers don't really read emails. But if they were to opt in and provide their cell phone number, now there are ways you can at least manually go out and text message those drivers at bulk on a consistent basis. Now, if you were to take it a step further, we do have the ability to use automation with SMS nurturing through some of our software that we have to go out and segment drivers based on different criteria, X years of experience, how long ago they applied, whether they interacted, did not interact, and put those people into a long-term SMS nurturing campaign. And when you do this correctly, you know that about 95% of the time, drivers will read that SMS message. And either two things are going to happen. Either they're going to reply, stop, kind of take me off your list, they're going to opt out, which is fine, they're not for us anyways, or they're going to keep reading. They're going to keep watching the videos we send to their cell phones. They're going to keep engaging and watching the content, reading the text messages. And if they're not responding, that's not a big deal, because it just means that now is not the right time, but they are interested, and that's why they have not said stop. Okay? It's the truth. I do it as well. I opt out of stuff all the time if I'm not interested. There are tons of junk mail in my email that I actually enjoy reading through. I haven't bought the service yet. I haven't done this. It's just not the right time. But I'm educating myself, I'm learning more about them, and eventually I will either jump or I'll opt out. It's the same thing with these drivers. So if you use yourself, you can use SMS text messaging, manually have your recruiters on a weekly basis go out and manually text message each of these driver leads that maybe have the experience you need in the region you hire from. Do that on a weekly basis. Send them engaging and value-driven content. Don't just send them, hey again, John, are you still interested in a job? Here's a link to our full app. Don't do that, that's boring. But if you think of it more as an opportunity to throw a rock at them on the fence and knock them off the fence, get them to come to you, that is the value of a text message. So if you think about it, if you have, let's say, 20 great YouTube videos talking about different things that makes your company unique, driver testimonial videos, interview with the owner, interview with director of recruiting, you could use each of those as an opportunity to say to the driver by text message, hey John, it's Loris again over at ABC Trucking. Thought you'd love this quick video about our home time. Check it out. and then you send them to that video. That video, of course, has a apply now button at the bottom of it where drivers, if they found that video valuable, could apply. Great things you could be doing. So you can do that stuff yourself manually, or if it's something that you want help with, we'd love to talk to you about that as well. We have a lot of solutions designed for all different carriers, all different shapes and sizes, and there are ways you can do this through automation at scale, so you can be sure to be staying in front of all those drivers at the right time and help them convert to the next step. All right? Hope that was helpful. Any questions, always reach out, carrierintelligence.com. We have a bunch of great free trainings, videos like these on our website. Check that stuff out. Give us a shout. Any questions? Take care.